a quicker way to do this. But the main important thing I want you guys to understand is when you have an inequality like this, we can always separate this using our conjunctions or and. And the easiest way to do that is to just cover up one of the inequality symbols and then what it is set greater than or less than or equal to greater than 2. And then you can just write 3 is less than 5x minus 2. And then whenever you have an inequality that's in this format, the conjunction is going to be and rather than or. Then to write the other inequality, you'll just cover up the other solution, our quantity and inequality symbol. And then you'll have 5x minus 2 is less than 7. So now we have the solution is true for this, and it's true for that. Just like we did with the or, we're going to solve and graph them separately. So I'll add 2. And that gives me 5 is less than 5x. Divide by 5, divide by 5. 1 is less than x. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when graphing, we don't really like to graph when the variable's on the right-hand side. So I am just going to flip that around. Just notice how when I flip, I also flip the inequality symbol. Over here, I will add 2. And I get 5x is less than 9. Divide by 5. Divide by 5. X is less than 9/5. However, for graphing purposes, this might be easier to go ahead and see that that goes into there one time, right, with 0.4. No, it'd be 0.8 would be the answer. But we'll just leave that as. We know that it's going to be between 1 and 2. It doesn't go in there 2 times. It goes in there 1 and a decimal from there. All right, so now let's go ahead and graph this. Now, the way that I'm going to graph this is, again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just showing you the long way, because right now we're still kind of using some Algebra 1 topics. So I'll just show you guys the long way. And then from now on, from after that, we will I'll make sure I go back quicker through this stuff. So a lot of times to understand the and, remember the or was one or the other. Could have been true for either one. As long as you had a solution that was true for one of the inequalities, it made the solution true. However, for this, it has to be true for both of them. So the best thing to do is to graph. And I'm going to show you guys, again, as I mentioned, the long way, just so you guys can see what to do. So if you're having trouble with this, I would recommend doing this method, which is basically to graph your two inequalities separately. So I'm going to graph x is greater than 1. So I go to 1. So you can see I'm graphing this one just on this one. X is greater than 1 is going to be an open circle, and it's going to be all values to the right. The next inequality is x is less than 9/5. Remember, 9/5 is between 1 and 2, right? So we can just estimate. I'll put that right there. And x is less than is going to go this way. Now, the and says it has to be true for both of them. So what you're basically looking for is the and is the intersection. Where do these two graphs intersect? Well, they only intersect between the values of 1 and 9/5. Did you guys see that? Between this value and that value. So your solution, your final answer is going to look just like this. OK? You guys could also, for those of you that are like, oh, I remember there was a faster way to do this. Yeah, you could also just solve from here. Just add 2 to both sides. 5 is less than 5x is less than 9. Divide by 5 on all sides. 1 is less than x, which is less than 9/5. And then you could just simply graph that. All your values of x have to be greater than 1, but they have to be less than 9/5. So then less than 9/5. So there's kind of 2 different ways you guys can look at that. That's obviously the quicker way, but I wanted just to give you guys a understanding of the and compared to the or. And the way that